want to talk about Booker a little bit because he's been on an insane run. So I'm glad that we both have him in there. I was going to, if you had him as one of your last cuts, I had argument ready to
No,
go.
I wasn't going to do that. He's been phenomenal.
It is crazy. So I read an article this afternoon by Matt Issa. This is from Opta Analyst. If you guys don't read Matt, he has some great stuff going up. Encourage you to check that out. But he had this in his article. So he's hitting 50% of his mid-range jumpers. That's up from 47 2 years ago, where he won all NBA first team. Improved efficiency around the basket, more adept passer, 9.9 assists per 100 possessions. And their Twitter account had the statement comparing him to Wilt Chamberlain. So over the last 4 road games, he has scored 204 points. So he is the second NBA player in history to score at least 200 points in a span of 4 road games. I know it's a little bit of an arbitrary stat. It's not something you're going to think of automatically. But being on any kind of list with Wilt Chamberlain, I think that's got to count for something. So and not even just that, I know that's like a big stat you can throw out there just to kind of try to make a case for him. But just because he is assuming such a large role for this team as the lead guard, because they don't have that other traditional point that he can play next to, just being able to make great reads. His turnover percentage is not bad. It's actually lower than his career average.
Yeah.
Making better passes. They had some clips of some skip passes to the corner that he's seeing more often. Just keeping his teammates involved, but simultaneously being able to go for 40, for 50, being insanely efficient in the mid-range, which is important because he takes a lot of them. So I think all those factors together, finishing better around the rim, all those things together just make him such an elite talent in our league that really just puts him in that elite of the elite category, the conversation. So I think all that being said, he's an all-star, just
100%. I mean, I feel like this is one of the most underrated things. Even when you look at something like shooting efficiency or true shooting percentage, just the difficulty to improve that a little bit on the same sort of reps, unless you've changed how you're using the player, just to be able to make slightly more shots typically means you might have to make some changes to your shot. Some of it is variance, but over a long haul of the course of a season, for a true shooting percentage jump to occur, a lot of times that does mean you're just having to drain more shots from the same positions. And a lot of that is just working on skill, working on footwork, working on timing. And Devin Booker is obviously a master of that. He's improved in that almost every year. And then the fact that he's been able to shoulder that humongous load without them having a true point guard and still maintain that level of efficiency. He's like, 62% true shooting percentage, which, I mean, that's incredible considering just the volume, the usage volume he's had. And to maintain a lower turnover rate despite that, I mean, it's pretty easy to make a case he's been the best player on the Suns. I mean, he's been absolutely phenomenal the last month.
Yeah, just a crazy run he's been on. So I think that kind of solidifies his case for an all-star appearance. And I think he was probably third for me. I think I had Sabonis Davis, and then I went straight to Booker just because of the type of season he's having. So just absolutely phenomenal.